Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive on a question, well, it comes up a lot for professionals. Do I actually need a project management certification to work as a project manager? We've been looking through this really insightful article from IT Concierge France and some other sources too, trying to figure out, when are these certifications really crucial and when might they perhaps not be quite so essential? What are the real reasons? Our goal here is to give you some clarity, maybe some confidence on what can be a big career decision.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's rarely a simple yes or no. So much depends on like your specific situation, what you're aiming for, the kind of place you work. It's definitely more strategic than just getting a piece of paper.
Absolutely. So let's start with the yes side. When do these certifications really become, well, almost indispensable? The article highlights a few things. First off, many companies flat out require them for hiring,
Right.
often because their own tools, their processes, they're built around specific standards. Think Agile, Prince 2, or PMP from the Project Management Institute, PMI.
Mm, that makes sense. It's about internal alignment.
Exactly. It's often just the baseline to get in the door.
And that shared framework, it really does impact how projects run day to day. The source mentions this. When everyone uses the same terms for, say, risk or changes, it just cuts down on confusion a lot.
Yeah, less miscommunication, especially with big teams maybe spread out everywhere.
Exactly. And that basic knowledge helps avoid, those simple mistakes that can end up being really costly later. The article even said lots of PMs wish they'd had the training before running into problems.
That's a huge point. Which brings up another scenario the article mentions. If your customers are already certified, maybe PMP or Prince 2,
Ah, right?
they often prefer hiring people who are also certified. It's like you're already speaking their language.
Yeah, you can slot into their environment much faster. There's that instant kind of mutual understanding.
Definitely. And for people newer to project management, a certification can be a big confidence booster.
For them and for employers, right?
Exactly. You're just seen a bit differently if you've gone through the training, you understand the core ideas, passed the test. It signals something.
Yeah, that shared understanding isn't just like theory. There's this great little story in the article about planning a project. I think it was at a Marriott hotel.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
So the presenter starts using PMP terms, and apparently the head of worldwide IT instantly recognizes it, smiles, and the whole conversation just clicked. It got much smoother.
Right. And didn't the IT director say something like, if we went through the same training, we know we're talking about the same thing?
Exactly that. Put them at ease, built trust, basically streamlined the whole planning. It's a great
It
example.
really is compelling. How does that sort of highlight maybe the deeper value of having a common framework like that?
Well, it goes beyond just clear communication, doesn't it? It's really about building trust and efficiency. A framework like PMP, it's not just steps to follow. It's a whole shared vocabulary for how you handle governance, risk, stakeholders, everything. So teams don't just know what to do, but why it's done that way. It reduces friction, helps things move faster, especially on really complex stuff. It's like everyone's got the same map.
That makes a lot of sense. So, okay, if certifications have all these benefits, when don't you necessarily need one? What does the article say about that?
Well, the flip side is pretty clear, too. If your company doesn't require it and your clients don't either,
Yep.
and crucially, you're already delivering successful projects consistently,
Yeah.
then maybe the formal piece of paper isn't adding much to your current job.
Right. The article actually mentions someone the author knew, an uncertified PM,
Oh, yeah.
described as probably the best PM they'd ever met. Just excellent at the job, tons of experience, understood everything deeply, even mentored others, no certification.
Yeah, that raises a really key point, I think. Certifications give you that structure, that baseline.
Yeah.
But real capability, that often comes from, leadership skills, being great at solving problems, just deep experience in that field.
Innate ability almost, or
Right.
just hard-won experience.
Exactly. That person probably just knew how to handle complexity, manage people, adapt quickly. Proven results sometimes speak louder than the credential itself.
So let's say you have had PM training before, maybe not the formal cert, but you get the principles, you use them day to day. Does the actual certification add that much more to what you can do? Is it more about whether it serves a specific purpose for your goals?
I think that's exactly it. It boils down to utility and alignment. Does it help you? For a lot of people, yeah, it's a fantastic door opener. It validates what you know.
Yeah.
Great for getting that first PM job or moving up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got, say, 10 years of knocking projects out of the park, maybe your value is proven differently. Maybe you specialize in something niche where deep knowledge matters more than the PMP.
Right.
It's really about whether it enhances your specific path or if your track record already says what needs to be said in your world.
So the final advice from the sources seems pretty straightforward then. If you can do it, just do it.
Right, especially if it lines up with where you want to go in your career.
And practically speaking, it's always worth seeing if your employer might foot the bill, right?
Definitely. Or if you're in Europe, check for available funds. That
Okay.
can make the decision a lot easier.
Good point.
So yeah, this whole cert or no cert thing, it seems simple on the surface, but digging into it shows it's really about strategic thinking. You've got to align it with your goals, your situation, the demands of where you actually work.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to kind of chew on. Beyond just needing it for this job right now, think about how you continuously demonstrate your capability. Is it through that formal credential? Or is it through just consistently delivering exceptional, undeniable results? What does building that shared understanding or speaking the same language really mean for your career path, and how are you going to make sure you achieve it?